just show you what that PSD file contains rather than go into Photoshop and show you. So I'll just hide these one at a time. That's my background cloud element that actually has the sky built into it. And these are my other cloud elements. Got these wispy sort of clouds at the top left, and these are the sort of bottom right, a bit more wispy as well. And then I've got these clouds that actually have some body to them, a little bit more body to them. And you'll see if I unhide the BG at the bottom, they sit nicely on top of that BG plate. And we're going to be using these individual layers in our master comp. But what we don't need is the actual comp that I just showed you the layers in. So we can just highlight that and delete it, because we're just going to be using the actual cloud layers. Now, I like to keep things nice and neat, so I'm just going to rename this folder that was created when we brought that in. I'm just going to hit enter, and we'll call this footage and images. And what I'm going to do is grab my fighter layer and fighter image sequence and stick it in there as well. And as we move forward, I'm just going to create a new one as a new folder as well, and we'll just call this comps. I'm going to put that master comp into comps just to keep everything nice and neat. So we've got our layers here. I'm going to grab my BG layer and I'm going to drag it down above our reference layers, and I'm just going to right click. You'll notice that I've made these twice as large as our actual comp, and that's so that as we get that movement in 3D space and the camera moves past these elements, they're not going to pixelate too heavily because we've done them at sort of twice the size. And you can even go a little larger if you've got some nice beefy hardware in your machine. So I'm just going to right click on that layer for now and just go transform fit to comp, and it's just going to give me a representation of what that's going to look like against that color. And also what I might do, this is just going to make life a bit easier for us. Instead of using a fairly high res image to set up our particles against, what we're going to do is just go layer, new, solid, and I'm going to call this BG temp. It's just a temporary background. We're going to use the eyedropper just to select that color in the sky and go OK to that, and just drag that all the way to the bottom of our comp. And while we're there too, I like to have my cameras on top of the stack, so I'm just going to drag that up there, and that's going to allow us to just